old podcast. It's Malcolm Hatchett. Right now, I'm sitting on the bleacher in the front of a church in my hometown. I left the house not too long ago, and I walked to a gas station called Sheetz that ends with the letter Z. And I purchased 4 Sheetz hot dogs, ketchup and mustard. I always get the hot dogs. It's the cheapest thing, 2 for $1, and they fill me up. And I purchased some water. You gotta drink your water. And on my way home, I spotted some bleachers. I spotted a while ago, and I finally sat on top of the bleachers and pressed record on my phone. Today is Saturday. It's 11 p.m. It's a beautiful night, like all the other nights that I lived through. It's a gray night, dark night, an old night. This night is equivalent to every other night that I lived through. I tend to leave the house late and go on little walks, little hikes, because I have the energy to do it. And sometimes I feel like I'm too big for the house that I live in, because I'm always moving, you know. So I like to walk far. So when I come back to the home, I can finally rest. Oh, because if I move in my mom's house, she always say, sit down, you know, move around a lot. I take one step, I knock a pitch off the wall. So I like to go on long, tough walks. And plus it gives me the motivation to record a podcast. I want to be motivated every day to record a podcast. As long as I can speak, I want to be able to record a podcast. I want people to hear the words I say, so maybe they can record a podcast. Do something cool and allow others to view it from their eyes and do what they want. I try to create something every day. I might not publicize it, but I try to create something. I read a lot and I say things like this. The more I create, the longer my creations will live. And when I read, I speak these fabulous quotes and words. You know, when I read, I come up with a podcast called Wherever I Met with Malcolm Hatchett. If I never picked up a book, I probably would have never created that podcast. Reading is important, people. I'm not trying to promote a book yet, but I will soon. I want to write a lot of books. And I reckon the best way to start writing a book is to write. And I write a lot, but also you can write with your voice by pressing record on your phones or your computer or even your task cams. They have all types of things where you can record your beautiful voices. And that is another way of writing. And you can listen to what you record and jot it down on paper. Today's a beautiful night. My hometown. Every day I say I'm going to get back on the stage and perform comedy. And I know I repeat it a lot on my recordings of my podcast. Because when I listen to them, I'll drill in my head, get back on stage, do comedy, get back on stage. And then I probably create way more podcasts. And have podcast interviews with friends, you know. And then that'd be cool. And then the podcast can be even cooler because I can share. And then it'll expand like life itself. Life always expands. Every day I wake up, I feel like I've grown. I might have been the same height for 5 years in a row, but I feel taller every day I wake up, you know. I was walking downtown at the height 6'2", and I saw a building that was as tall as a cloud. And I felt like I was looking down at that building. I'm only 6'2", but I felt like I was looking down at a tall building made of glass. I thought I was looking down at the building. And I get a mindset like that. I get the strength to say things like that from taking hikes and stuff at night, taking long walks and doing push-ups at random times of the day. And ab workouts and jump roping. Waking up in the morning and jump roping for possibly 3 minutes. But the toughest 3 minutes of my life. That's why I felt like I was taller than the building. If I could think like that, anybody can. That's why I created a podcast. I like to speak, I like people to listen, and I like people to listen and learn and become whoever they want to become and create whatever they want to create. My podcast is for other people to grow because it's allowing me to grow, and I grow through other people's art too. Today is a beautiful night. I listen to a lot of music, and I say, well, shit, I can make a podcast every day. Somebody listen to my podcast like I listen to other people's music. I listen to a lot of music. One day I want people to say, I listen to Malcolm's podcast every day. And it'll be equivalent to me listening to music every day. It'll make me happy. I'm more happy to make podcast music. I need to get in the studio someday and make some hip hop. I want to make some hip hop and post it on Apple Music. I want people to ride by in their hoopties and their nice cars, blasting my music. Even if nobody dancing to it, I just want people to drive by blasting my music. I remember one time I was in California and I was living in the car and I was driving past Chipotle. I think I went to Chipotle. I was on Melrose and I was at the stoplight and someone yelled at me and said, "Hey," and they was playing my podcast, I swear. And the light turned green and I stayed in that spot for 20 minutes because I was shook. I was like, what the fuck? This person was listening to my podcast while driving and spotted me. That's when I was performing a lot of comedy every day in California. I was performing every day. So I felt really cool. I felt popular. I felt like one of the cool kids. You know, I still do, even though I'm lonely now because I don't perform anymore. I like being alone because it makes me feel stronger, you know. Yeah, somebody put up on me and was listening to my podcast. And they liked it. I know they liked the podcast because they were smiling. And I stayed in that spot for 20 minutes. I was just like, whoa. Yeah. Then I went to the Planet Fitness and took a shower. For real. And I'm still creating podcasts. And that was possibly, I think, a year ago. No, that might have been 2 years ago. So, yeah. A bundle of 2 years ago. And I can still have a cool podcast. I think I've grown. I sound a lot smarter. Even though I always sound smart. People always sound smart, but I sound a lot smarter because the more I speak, the stronger my sentences sound. And that's me judging me, you know. I don't know how people think I sound. I don't care how they think I sound. I sound cool. Smart is cool. Yeah. I sound pretty fresh, you know, the more I speak. I'm like 5 minutes from my house, and I'll probably sit in this spot for an hour or more. Only because I'm very comfortable. I'm always comfortable when I'm outside. I can be anywhere. I'm always comfortable. I slept outside, so that's the reason why I've gained this much strength to be so comfortable outside. Plus, I used to always train basketball outside in front of my mom's house. I wanted to make it to the NBA. And now I have a cool podcast. So I feel like I made it to the NBA. I can always go to the gym and hoop. I can always buy a jersey too. Hell, I can even save money and get a ticket and go to a game now. I have to get a job. I don't work right now. I'm really trying to focus on this podcast. I'm thinking about getting some stickers and putting them around town. And also getting some art for my album, No Edit, that's dropping May 15th. You can pre-download the album now. I have 9 songs on there. I'm not sure how much time this album is. Well, I think it's my greatest album because it's my recent. Yeah. Every album is #1 for me. Every album. I have to look in the mirror sometimes and say, wow, I do comedy. I do comedy now. And I know once I get back to performing comedy again, I don't think I ever stop. Yeah. I can't wait to get back to Cali so I can ride the underground train. Those things are cool. It's new to me. We don't have those in my hometown. We just have buses. So trains are cool. Really vintage, old school. Really artsy for me. Plus it makes the music sound more alive. When I ride those trains in Cali, music sounds more alive. Underground's nice. Underground like hip hop. It's vintage. It's like marble floors, and then you have to wait for the train to come, and there's art on the wall. There's all types of style. I became really familiar with the underground train station from sleeping on the street and just falling in love with California. That place cool as fuck. I can't lie about that. Yeah, I want to get back out to the jungle life. I love my hometown, but man, I gotta go do some comedy. You know, I can do comedy out here. Started out here, but I'd rather work out there. You know, yeah, I'd rather work out there than come back home and go to McDonald's and buy everybody a Big Mac combo. That'd be cool. Can't forget the Krispy Kreme donuts. Gotta get those for the family. Yeah. Might even get some milk. Might even get some good old milk. Yeah. I was walking and I reached my hand up to the sky and I grabbed some leaves off a tree. some green leaves, almost like poison ivy. I said to myself, I need money, and my hand just reached up to the sky, and I grabbed like some leaves, and I smelled them, and now my face is itching. But it's okay, because my face itches even when I use soap. So leaves won't do me no harm. I also took a photo of the leaves, and I posted them on my Instagram. It was just a beautiful photo, because the leaves were in my hands. So I took a photo and posted it. Really artsy. If hippie was a word, if hippie had a 2021 definition, it'd be Malcolm Hatchett. And then you say, why you say that? Because hippie is outside. And this nigga is always outside. And I listen to this 50 days from now, and I smile. I smile. I say, wow. I recorded this 50 days ago, and it sounds very intelligent. Just a kid from North Carolina having a conversation with himself and sharing it with others. I tend to talk to myself a lot, so I say I might as well press record and share with the world. A lot of people call me silly. They say he's silly. I say, yup. There's a green downtown Winston-Salem bus. That thing look like a worm. Like one of them candy worms. It's a beautiful green too. It looks just like the leaf I grabbed. Lime green. It's nice. That's like the newest style in my hometown. Then we have the blue, white, and black ones, like the retro Jordans. Those are old school buses. Those things cool. I rode one of those the other day, and it was vintage. Felt like one of those old TVs, you know? The bus felt like one of those old TVs. One of those old square TVs that collect dust and shit, you know, with the antennas. One of them old ones. Had to put the aluminum foil on the antenna, the shit you see in the movies. Yeah, that's how those buses are. They old school, but they cool though. You know? I don't know if I would be a bus driver. I'd be too busy conversating with the passengers, you know. I fuck around and put a radio on the bus. My bus have hip hop playing and shit. She give me money. I ain't saying she. They be like, turn it up. That'd be cool though. I read 6 pages in a row of my Bible today. I never remember what I read, but I know words are like push-ups to my mind. It allows me to think. I took my mind to the gym class and worked out by reading, you know. And I read a lot of pages throughout the day. I never count. But when I do count, I like to speak on, you know, that read 6 pages of the Bible. That's actually cool to record and have someone listen and say 6 pages of the Bible. That's random, you know, and then maybe they read, you know, 40 pages of the Bible and put it on Instagram, and, you know, motherfuckers start reading the Bible and writing books, and then it'd be reasons for people to live. To read books. Books created television. No one ever said that, but 100 years from now, they're going to say, Malcolm Hatchett said that, you know. Books created television, you know, radio, music and shit. Somebody read something and said, okay, well, let's create it. And they'll be saying it 100 years from now, and 100 years from now. And hopefully it'll be books. Follow those centuries. A lot of books. Books are old school. Words. The first person who ever wrote a book never spoke to anybody. Because that person wrote that book for somebody to read and speak to somebody about it. Books are quiet, you know. Books are quiet. Even when you turn the pages, sometimes I feel like the page turned you, you know. That's all what a book is. You read a page of a book, the book turned the page. The book like, I got this, just keep reading, nigga. The book got hands. Them pages are hands. That's how old the book is. Every page in the book is a hand. Read the right page, and the right hand says, all right, I'm going to turn it now. Then you read the words, and okay, I'm going to turn it again. You keep your hands on the back of the book. I'm going to turn the pages now. I'm going to turn the hands. And maybe somebody will listen to this podcast and giggle from that last truth I spoke. Maybe they giggle and get their hair done and go out and have fun. Go have fun with somebody, you know. Yeah, have fun. People gotta have fun. Yep. Read a book and go have fun. You have conversation. You read a book, you go have conversation. You don't read a book, you still have conversation. You have brain farts. You read a book, you go out and have conversation. You know. Fuck around, buy a shirt the next day. Feel good. People feel good. Have fun. Well, I'm going to end this podcast and begin a new one shortly. I'm about to take a jungle foot walk home in my New Balances. I got on some black, pink and green and white New Balances. I got on a pair of black socks on my right foot, pair of left socks on my, a pair of white socks on my left foot. And I feel fresh, very fresh. A brown hoodie, Reebok. And now I'm going to play some music. Damn, 22 minutes. I thought I spoke for 1 hour. I got to read some more books. Damn it.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Wherever I'm At with Malcolm Hatchett. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Tell your cousin you don't like. Tell your baby mama. Tell the dude down the street who keep calling the police on you because you fresher than him. Go down the street and tell him to listen to Wherever I'm At. Follow my YouTube page at Malcolm Hatchett. Follow my Instagram page at MalcolmH12. Follow my Twitter page at Malcolm Hatchett. And show love to my Patreon page at Malc12. MALC12. This is The Life of a Comic, Wherever I'm At, with Malcolm Hatchett.